Welcome back everyone, my name is Lee from Liver's Kitchen. Today we're making Hainanese chicken and rice, and this is so much better than just your typical chicken and rice. So today we're making Hainanese chicken and rice, and I've seen this recipe made 100 times, and I was in the supermarket and I found this free range chicken on sale, and it's also local, so I thought, stuff it, I'm going to make it and it's going to turn out bloody amazing. So the recipe today I'm using is from tasty.com, and it was probably the most authentic recipe that I actually found, and it was easy to follow as well. So I'll post that down below and you can go check that out. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to trim the excess fat, and most of the excess fat is going to be around the bum. And we're just going to cut all this extra stuff off. It's got a little bit of meat, don't worry too much. That should be enough. We're going to need this, so don't feed it to your cat. The cat is going to be so disappointed right now. So now what we're going to do is we're going to grab some salt, and we're going to cover it liberally with salt. We're going to wash this off, so don't worry too much. And all that salt is going to help the chicken just plump up while it's in the broth, and just make it so much more juicier. Alright, I'm just going to rinse this off and I'll be back. Alright, so now let's rinse all that salt off. Now I'm going to just do some salt on the inside, just a little bit, just to season the inside. And then up the clacker, we're going to put some slices of ginger. That's about a 4-inch piece. And then I've just got the offcuts of the spring onions. So it's just the part that no one usually uses and throws out, and I'm just going to shove that in too. That's going to impart so much more flavour into it. There we go. Once we've done that, we can put our chicken into our pot. Now I'm going to cover the chicken with water, and we're going to use about a gallon's worth, so that is 4 litres for us Australians. Will that just fit? Now I'm going to put a lid onto it, and we're going to put it onto the stove, and we're going to let just do a slow simmer for about 30 minutes until the chicken is cooked through. So I've got the chicken fat, and I've just put it into the fridge and just chilled it right down. It's just going to make it a lot easier to actually chop it up, and we just finely chop it as much as we can. Most of this will render down when we go to fry it off. While the chicken is poaching, I'm going to toast off the rice. So I've got my frying pan on a medium-high heat, just heating up. I'm going to add about a 1/4 cup of sesame oil. Now, that seems like a lot, but this imparts a lot of flavour into this rice. Should be enough there. Then we're going to grab our chicken fat, add that to the frying pan. I'm just going to turn it down a little bit, and we're just going to render this right down. As you can see, that chicken has already started to render out now. Now I'm going to add about a tablespoon of ginger grated, and I'm also going to add 2 garlic cloves. Now, I don't know what size garlic cloves everyone has. I'll put about 4 in. They'll kind of like smallish. And we're just going to cook this off. Don't forget as well, you want to reserve a 1/4 of that ginger and garlic that's been cooked in that chicken fat, and that is going to go in the sauce. Then I've got 2 cups of white rice here. So this is jasmine, that's what I have in my cupboard, so that's what I'm using. I don't think it really matters what you use, just white rice. I'll rinse this. Now I'm going to actually toast it off in the oil. Make sure all those grains are coated in that oil. If you've made Mexican rice as well, you probably do this as well. As you can see, the grains are all gone almost whitish. And that indicates that the rice has been toasted off. Now we're ready to put it into to the rice cooker. Now we're going to put our toasted rice into the rice cooker. And once the broth is ready, then we'll add broth to this and we'll cook this. Now we're going to make a dipping sauce. There was a range of 3 different dipping sauces, and I'm just going to make the one today, but you can obviously make the other 2 as well. So firstly, we've got our reserved fried off garlic and ginger from when we did the rice. Then we have 3 tablespoons of oyster sauce. Then we got 3 tablespoons of dark soy. Then I have just a tablespoon of just normal soy sauce or light soy sauce. And then also I've got 2 tablespoons of our reserved stock as well. Now I'm just going to give that a good stir. And then we're going to set that aside. So this chicken has been cooking for about 30 minutes and I've just used the Inset Pro and it is well cooked now. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the chicken out of the broth. And we want to actually reserve the broth. Now I forgot to say as well, I also added a teaspoon of salt to this broth as well. And now I've got an ice bath here. And I'm just going to put the chicken into this ice bath. It's just going to stop it from cooking. And it's going to make sure that the skin of it stays nice and springy. So we're just going to leave that like that for about 5 minutes. And then we'll go on to the next step. Back at the rice cooker, I've got 2 cups of that wonderful broth that we just cooked the chicken in. And I'm going to pour that into our rice cooker. And then we are going to turn on our slow cooker. And we're going to let this cook for actually quite a while. So we're going to cook this for an hour. And then food be ready to serve when that's ready. So now we're going to slice up the chicken. Now, this is actually my weak point. So if you want to know how to slice up a chicken, maybe find another video. I'm just going to try the best that I can. So the first thing I do is just going to take these wings off. So then I'm going to take off our legs. Now I'm just going to follow the breastbone. And we just slice that. I'm pretty sure traditionally you're meant to just cut it with the bone on. So I've just got a serving platter here. I'm going to put my dipping sauce there. We've got our 2 legs, 2 wings, beautifully tender chicken breast, And once the rice is ready, we'll serve it up. Now, all this wonderful broth, I'm not going to waste this. I'm going to cool it down, put it into the fridge, and I'm going to make some chicken soup with it. The rice has now been cooking for an hour. It looks so good. Just going to fluff it up a little bit, and then we're going to dish it up. You can see what toasting the rice off does. Makes it all just stay all individual. And there we go, Hainanese chicken and rice. So we've got a dipping sauce, a beautifully poached chicken. We got some cucumber and coriander to serve, and our wonderful rice. Let's try it out. So I've seen this recipe so many times, and I thought, finally, I need to try it. And it looks so good. So firstly, we've got our chicken. It's beautifully poached chicken. I did butcher the bird a little bit, but I think that's just skill. I'm gonna have to practice a little bit more in that dipping sauce. That dipping sauce goes so good with it. Let's try some of this rice. I can't do rice with chopsticks. So much flavour in that, and you're just using the broth and the chicken fat and some ginger and some garlic. It's so good. So if you like this video, don't forget to give it a good like. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. See ya. Bye.